Welcome back to our show. My name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwu. Help me welcome my friend, Mrs.
Ezemma. Welcome to our sweet home, Africa again. All right, so today our topic is adoption in Africa. All right, it's always good to adopt if you're not able to have children of your own. It's not a problem, but we have understood that sometimes people are not doing it the proper way, and it's not really good for the child that you're adopting and the mother of the child, especially when it's done an improper way, and when it's sometimes it's considered almost like stealing a child from a mother, so without their consent. So that's what we have understood recently, and that's why my friend and I were here today to give a little insight on this issue and then offer some advice that can help. So my dear friend, I know we've had so many stories about adoption and what is going on. So I know you had some of them. So please address the audience, tell them what you have had, and some of the advice that you can help us to make things better in terms of adoption in our country and the continent of Africa in general.
Yes, as you rightfully put it, adoption is good. When you have room in your heart, not only an empty room or bed or bedroom, I'm just talking about having a room in your heart, having the heart to take care of a child. When you're not selfish with your time, I think you can be able to take care of somebody else, a little baby, a helpless child. But when it comes to Africa or Nigeria, as we may say, there are things now we are hearing about baby factory, and I don't think if the government know about it, we're going to call on them today to do more or do better, so that the children don't have to go in the wrong hands. Because I'm looking at it, when money exchange hand, you want to do adoption. The money don't go to the government, the money go to the midwife, or the money go to the doctor or that hospital. I look at it like you're buying the baby. We just talk about slavery. So that means we're doing what our forefathers did. And
in a different form.
Yes. So in a way, most of the time the woman want their child. They want their child. They have a baby. Where's my baby? Your baby is dead. Then where's the body? Oh, I buried the baby. Who are you? Are you a doctor, a midwife, or an undertaker? Or you go running a mortuary home? Even if you're running a mortuary home, let the people carry their dead body and go home to bury. But you want to lie on a little baby by pronouncing the baby dead when you already took the money and put it in your pocket. Come on, people, come on. Let's be real. Another thing I'm looking at, like the government have to come when it comes to all these motherless babies home, So the motherless babies home, I don't think they have every right to give out babies like that.
Call it sell the babies.
Selling the baby.
When you say give out, it's almost like it was consented. But when you look at it, when you take a child that the mother did not give it consent,
and the grandmother didn't, the father didn't.
Exactly. And then indirectly, maybe you had a deal with someone. And unfortunately, I have to bring this to limelight. Most of the adoptions sometimes involve people in diaspora. So if you're going from outside the continent of Africa and you're going to adopt children there, why don't you do it the proper way? Why would you steal a child?
You're right.
From a mother, or steal a child from a place? You don't know the history of the child.
That's right.
You don't know the history of the parent. You took the child. So it's not good for the child himself or herself. Neither is it good for the parent.
Because they lost their identity.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's almost like you snatch someone from somebody without their consent. So why don't you do it the proper way? Because raising children, we've all raised children. Raising children is not an easy thing to do. Sometimes I call it one of the most difficult jobs in the world.
That's right. It didn't come with a manual.
Exactly.
Remember? Every child is different.
But you have to do it with love. So it's not something that you can just snatch a child and expect the child to love you. Because, I mean, the nurture is supposed to be on both sides. So if you do it in a very bad way, I don't think that child, no matter what you give that child will never grow up to love you, because you didn't adopt him or her the proper way. So
looking at it in diaspora here, people do adopt children.
Exactly.
Do you understand? When you want to adopt a child, maybe because the mother is not capable of taking care of that child.
Exactly.
And then the government or whatever is involved, the division, will give the mom a long time to get herself or
to bond with the child. Exactly.
Get ready mentally, or send them to some kind of training so they can be able to take care of the child. But when that don't work, that's when you have to go through court and tell them why you have to do that. So unfortunately, because somebody is in America or in any other part of the world, does not make that person a good parent. Because you don't know if they fight every day in the home. Then you let a child that don't even know his or her name to go with a total stranger. Sometimes they take them as soon as they were born. Like you said, you don't know the history of the child.
Exactly.
And when that child gets sick, you don't know what to do.
You don't have a record.
Yes, you don't have the record of a child. Some of them don't even know the day the child was born. Then you get a child and you come over here because the child, your father is in America, your mother is in America. You don't know if husband and wife agreed for this adoption.
Exactly.
If they don't agree, if the woman wants the child, fine. When the child come here, you know that will cause confusion between husband and wife. How do you do the search? What do you do to make sure that the child is not going to be in a harm's way? So this is what Nigerians, this is what we have to think. And as my friend said, you that want to go there and adopt a child, look at it, try to find out the history. Because it's good when you take care of a child that otherwise would have ended up in an abusive home.
Exactly.
So it's good for you if you have that heart. If you can take care of somebody, it's good for you to find the history and know why do I want this child. Am I ready and willing to give up my time, to change my work schedule, take this child to school, nurture this child, be a real mother or a real father to this particular child without showing any kind of discrimination.
Exactly.
After I'm not your mother or any other thing. We need to look at all those things. So I'm pleading with the doctors and the midwiferys back home. So please do not pronounce a child that is still living dead in the name of making 20-something thousand or 50,000. If a mother have a child, let that mother nurture their child. Let them take their child home because they went through pregnancy. But if they know they're not capable of taking care of the child and they want the child to be adopted, so that's when we have motherless babies home. Let the person go through the process. Because if they go through the process, you will know if there is real love or not. Not this drive-by. A woman have a child, you take it. Before the woman come out, you take their child and give to somebody unknown. If the woman don't want the child, I want to see who is adopting my child. I want to know what is their name, in case one way along the line, if she have another child, coincidentally, these two kids might get married without knowing that they are related in one way or the other.
Exactly.
That's why the woman, the mother of the child, have to know who is adopting my child. You take the child, you change their name. You change their identity. Then they have somewhere, they meet somewhere online or anywhere, they get married. They start sleeping with each other.
Not knowing that,
they are related.
That's true.
So how are we going to stop that? Somebody please, let us know what we have to do. Government get involved so that when you want to adopt a child, do not hide that child's identity. Make sure you know who the mother of the child is, where they come from, so that at the end of the day, they don't have to cross paths somewhere because they might. We never know. It's a small world. So that in case they get together, they will still know this is my brother. But, we are from the same mother, but we are raised in different homes. You understand? Please. We are not saying that adoption is not good. It's a good thing to do so long as you give a child a good home and nurture the child. But do not deny the child the identity. Do not deny them the village or the town or who their parents are. Please do not do that, because when you do that, I look at it like you're being selfish. You care about yourself, you don't care about that child. So government get involved. Doctors, remember you take a note. Midwives, please, you need to do something. Even those in motherless babies, so when you get them, get who their parents are, so that when they are being adopted, take that information and give to the adoptive parents, please. My dear, do you have any other thing to say?
My friend, you have said it all, but let me add a little bit of this, because there's a difference between adoption and selling a child. Like we said earlier, it's almost like slavery. Slavery involved adults that were sold. So if you're taking a child and selling them backwards, like that, maybe almost like a business.
Yeah, that's
someone has a baby, and then all of a sudden you sell the child. Don't forget
on it.
Exactly.
The baby is dead.
Exactly. So it's slavery, but in this case involved babies. So what my friend said is very important. One, it's always good to know the child's background, because in case of any genetic disease, you want to know what is the lineage, and is there something there. So you don't want to bring a child that you don't know, and then when they become sick, exactly, you don't know exactly any genetic disease, exactly. And then another thing that I want to bring up is this: as much as we're talking about adoption in terms of young people that have children, we had stories about people that are doing it more like a business. They will
baby factory.
Exactly. They will bring like young kids, either
teenagers.
Some of them were pregnant before they brought them to the home, or even
while
they
were kidnapped.
And then exactly. So you have to understand that these are human beings. These are not animals. So you can't just look at a human being and then almost cloning. Just what you do, you try as much as you can to make sure that they have babies and you sell the babies. Human beings are not meant to be sold. Because if you cry about slavery and you're doing the same thing, especially Africans, you're selling your own children, it's heartbreaking. So let's look into this. I know the government, they're doing their best to see what they can do. But I'm speaking to the citizens of the country. If you are into this just to make money, know that what you're doing is illegal, it's a criminal act, it's an horrific act to the child themselves too, to the children, because what you're doing is you are selling these children. They're going to homes, but not even, these are homes that they're going, that you don't know if those families love them or not. You're just selling them, and you're like, oh, okay, you're sending them out, especially to the Western world, and doing it when their mother is crying, and the child himself or herself, as much as they're small, they're human beings, they have feelings too. So think, if you can treat your own child the way that you're treating those babies, then you know you're doing the right thing. And if any other person, if you think that somebody will treat your child like that and it will make you feel better, then continue doing what you're doing. But if you know that if your child is being treated the same way, that it will hurt you, it's also hurting those mothers. So it's a very, very sensitive topic, and we pray and hope that people that are doing this, especially the ones in diaspora, yes, I know you have the money, but money is not everything. Do not buy those children from an illegal source.
From kidnappers. Exactly. They kidnap the children and give you.
They kidnap, even when we call them children, they kidnap babies.
Babies.
So these are baby kidnappers, and they kidnap the baby.